I guess this has to be a two-parter. Sorry. All right, let's get back into it.
Spend $20 per turtle. No, I'm not exaggerating. You unlock them as operators, and then you get all kinds of like accessories and things for the game, skins and the like. No, I'm not going to be dropping money on that. But apparently, from what people have told me, you can get the actual weapons, the ninjutsu weapons of the Ninja Turtles as melee weapons in the game for free. At least that's what I was told last night, because I was like, oh, you know, for me, I'm not going to spend any money on this at all. So, FYI, you know, I hope that it's not going to be a situation where I boot it up and I'll like, oh, spend money to unlock it, and then everyone's disappointed. So I hope that it's free, and if it is, I will do my best today to try to unlock some of the weapons and use them. I think that'd be pretty cool. Beating the crap out of people with nunchucks or a bow staff. You know, I'm sure each weapon has a little bit different properties. And here's the thing. If you have a proper melee build in Call of Duty, think about this. You could have the build where when you kill someone with melee weapons, basically you take them out and you get that boost of health and speed or whatever. And on top of that, you can use the smoke grenades to basically become a ninja. Like you say, ninja vanish, boom, smoke grenade. Now no one can see you and you just start taking everyone out with the weapons, right? I think that'd be pretty cool, but I'm being told, like literally now that I'm bringing it up, Polixification in chat says, oh, they are free, but man, they're a grind of XP. So how could we do it? Do we have to use the XP boosters? Or like, I'd like to try to do as much as I can today of it. I guess we'll have to see. Don't do an Asian voice. It's 2025. I want you like it. Now shut up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I make voice however I guess we'll have to see. Don't do an Asian voice. It's 2025. I make voice however I want. You like it. Now shut up.
Or did I? Oh, God, what's going on? Is it working? Is it working? Hang on. OBS hates me today. I don't know why. Look how happy he is. It's like, I made a racist joke. Fuck's sake, Phil. I don't do the over-top racially insensitive humor anymore. What the fuck was that, Phil?
The old days. That's right. Anyway.
The old days. The old days never left. You just suppressed them because you need money. Oh, Jade's in Shaq. What's up, my ooses?
So I'm excited for that. That's going to be today's daytime stream. So since there's going to be a lot of fun with that, all right, I hope that you guys will support the stream. Let's hit a goal today, all right? Let's do it. Let's hit the goal. Let's make a bunch of cheesy Ninja Turtles puns while I'm playing, and let's get to 29, all right? Now, tonight on the late stream, it's going to be old school fighting game fun with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in that MVC fighting collection, whatever the hell it's called. Which we haven't played in a long time now. You know, I've been focusing on Street Fighter 6 for a while now because My Shiranui released and everything. And then we just played the Fatal Fury beta over the weekend. So it'll be good to get back to classics. All right. I'm excited for that. I hope that you guys are too. I hope that you'll join me for that tonight on the late stream around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. You know, good fighting game fun. You guys will support the streams. Let's get to 30 today. By the end of today, let's hit the 2 goals. And then tomorrow night, let's do the Lego stream. I think that would be the best ideal thing. Okay. So taking a look, and by the way, some contributions are coming in. I'll shout those out in a second. Thank you guys. Taking a look at, you know, the schedule for the remaining days of the week. FYI, let's take a look here. So.
Stop saying FYI. Oh, schedule segment. Get the fuck out of here.
Decent. Now, the 2 goals during the stream. Fast food. Or we could do something else. And instead, Wednesday night will be Build with Phil. And when I say the idea. Now, I hope that people will show up for it. And when I say that, I mean, yes.
I hope people will show up for that. What I mean by that is, what the fuck do you... By the way, am I live? My back. I honestly don't know.
Yesterday when I played it, we had okay attendance and support was all right, but we didn't hit the goal. The idea is that if I'm going to do a long-term playthrough of an RPG, that people are going to show up and engage and support it. All right, first stream of Pirate Yakuza went really well. Last stream, we only hit like $80, which is half the goal. So I hope we can pick it up for the next stream.
But Phil, the last you played Infinite Wealth and never hit the goal. I think in all like 500 parts you did, you only hit the goal once. Yeah, you kept playing it. For God knows whatever reason.
We'll see. And then Thursday night, we're either going to continue on with Avowed, or we're going to do Lego night, depending again on when we're hitting our goals. All right? So the one thing is, when we hit our goals, one of these night things can't happen. I don't know what it's going to be. Is it going to be MVC2? Is it going to be the indie thing? Or is it going to be Avowed? I don't know, but when we do the Legos, it's going to bump one of those things, okay? So let's see what happens over the week.
No, really? You're going to take away one thing to replace another thing? What a concept!
Let's see how support rolls. I really hope that support does end up being good, and I end up on the beach, relaxing with a Mai Tai in my hand. I didn't mean to do that background. No, I hope that things go well and we can do the Lego night and we have a great time. By the way, this background today, if you're wondering what is this, it's supposed to simulate a relaxing night sky with a meteor shower.
Let me point something out. He pays for this. He pays a monthly fee to whatever RGB company makes those lights so that he can have AI controlled things. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Just put the lights on your fucking stuff. Like, I don't go here. I don't pay this company $20 a month to go like, oh, I need to have pink behind me. Cool breeze pink. No, just like, hey, pink looks good. Boom. Pink. Done. Fuck's sake, you're an idiot.
That's why you're seeing these intermittent like flashes of like orangish lights, supposed to be like meteors are coming down in the background, which is actually kind of neat in my opinion. Okay, so I have some updates here for all of you. What's up, Jade? Cowabunga, dude. Cowabunga to Jade and anyone else out there who's excited for Ninja Turtles in Call of Duty today. I have a few updates. Update number 1, I received 2 gifted subs over on Kick. The first is from Dr. Lexus. The second is from Zimmer P. Flans. So thank you guys for the first 2 contributions of the day. Now, Dr. Lexus was first, so let's get Dr. Lexus up on the leaderboard. Okay, thank you, Dr. Lexus. But between the two, that's $10 of support, okay? So let's keep it rolling. Let's see what support we can get today. Let's get a little bit of everything. Who's going to be the first super chatter of today? Who's going to be the first person to tip today, right? Who's going to be the first new member or give some membership today? Let's get...
Doesn't matter if you're the first. It doesn't matter. It's always about who's next. Orange Chicken says it's going to be tough to hit the goal, so it's Iron Chef Sakai just unloaded the paycheck on an e-thought girl.
A little bit in each, each streaming place going here. All right, I'm excited to see, how we do with that. Now, I have an update. If you remember last week, we talked about this. I ordered a box of WWE trading cards. Okay? These are to be unboxed live during an episode of Smart Guys, my pro wrestling commentary show. According to what I just received, apparently it just got delivered. But the catch is, it was delivered via USPS. So what I'd like to do is go see if the box of cards is here at my porch. If not, I may have to make a quick walk to the mailbox to go get these trading cards, and I'd like to show you what it looks like. I'm not gonna open it now, but I'd like to live on the show, see what it looks like, and then we can have that ready for next week. So let's do that. So bear with me, everyone. I'm going to now go get those trading cards. I don't know how long it's gonna take, so I think what I should do is I should quickly play you some clips just for a minute. I'm gonna mute the mic. I'll go check it. If I have to walk to the mailbox, I'll walk and get it, and then we're gonna look at that live. Okay? All right. So let's just do this.
Why can't you do this at the end of your quote unquote podcast? Why are you wasting your viewers' time by doing it in the middle of the show? Is this why the show goes that long? Because he gets his fat ass up to see if there's trading cards on his porch? God damn it. All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get a drink. Piss me the fuck off. Okay, it's 11:50.
Just very briefly.
Oh, speaking of turtles.
Look at this. What the fuck? Why is he gonna endless
I'll be
combo?
right
Look, I
back.
can't even move. The game's glitched. I can't move.
No,
with
we're not
butt.
doing
Where's
this.
that?
Okay. What? Okay, how long was he gone for? $10 minutes? Come on, YouTube, don't do this to me. Was he really only gone that long? What the hell, dude? 5 minutes of clips. Are you kidding me?
All right, I'm back. Got
Basically
it.
push the mute button.
Brisk walk to walk across the entire private community to get to the mailbox, but here it is. All right, you ready? All right, here we go.
Look at it. He's just really, he was so out of breath. Oh, I heard all that stuff. I walked like 5 feet. Gah. Fuck's sake, dude. You know what? You would probably pass out from exhaustion if you had to walk the distance I had to walk yesterday to get my blood work done. Didn't no fault of anyone but the public transit system of my area, but the schedule said, oh yeah, this bus goes by at this time there. I feel it's like, oh, except on Mondays. I was like, but it said you work on Mondays. Like, no, not this one. I'm like, I was like, how far is it away? It's not that far down the street. I'll just walk it. And you know what? It was great. It was a nice sunny day. You know, it's not too cold out. It's like, you know, single digit temperatures, Celsius. And I had a great time. This guy probably would have died of exhaustion. He's like, ugh, too far away, guy. Ugh.
All right, so through the powers of the internet, I have it right here. This is the box.
Okay,
just
Boogie.
arrived. So just to show you guys, all right? Back in the day, when I used to be a collector, all right, you could go to a comic book store or hobby shop and you can order a box of collector's cards.
Still can do that. I don't think this man has set foot in a comic book store in the last 20 years.
You know, no matter what it would be. It could be comic book related. It could be pop culture related. And you'll go to a sports memorabilia shop and you could order like a box of baseball cards, basketball cards, whatever, right? And basically, it was a big box, like huge. Like, I'm not kidding. The box would be like big. It would be the display box that they would actually put on the countertop to sell the packs of cards. So it would have like a big standee cardboard thing would snap back and fold out. It would pop up behind it and you could have the packs on display that people would grab and then check out and, you know, buy. Those boxes would cost, even back then, okay, we're talking in the 90s, upwards of $60 to $100. Why? Because they had tons of packs. I think each box would have anywhere between like 20 to 30 packs in it. And each pack had like 5 to 10 cards. All right? So that was a lot. And if you think about it, if you bought that box, chances are you'd be close to, if not, getting the entire set of cards. Okay? The idea, though, was that each box would usually have a certain amount of what were considered chase cards, the rare cards that were actually worth money. So not only did you get to open packs and have fun trying to build your set, but also you might get the rare card and then it's like, wow, I have something that a lot of people can't get, right? And I did this back in the day with a lot of different cards. I did this with, I did have baseball cards at one point, both tops.
All right, press X to go out on that. You collecting baseball cards?
And score, and then later on Upper Deck. And then I switched over to like comic book and pop culture cards. So for example, X-Men Series 1 and 2, Marvel Masterpieces Series 1, 2, and maybe even 3.
Yeah.
Over to like
this tell right here. This tell right here. Look.
Book and pop culture cards. So for example, X-Men Series 1 and 2, Marvel Masterpieces Series.
His eyes are darting all over the place. He's lying.
Series 1, 2, and maybe even 3, and a few others. Like I really like those kind of cards. All right. Then, on top of all of that, I started collecting other things like the physical comic books, action figures, and more. Okay.
I told you to buy the figure. Why don't you listen to me? Did they have the money? Yeah, they were just fucking stupid. Oh my god. Matt McMuscle's Wolverine Adamantium Rage, a minute 10 in, references the Wolverine doll. Again. CBS, you've got to get Matt McMuscles on sometime. I don't know, you gotta talk to his agency, or you know, trade numbers or whatnot, but yeah, get Matt McMuscles on there. It will be a hoot and a half. And unlike Phil, you could actually talk to him about his legacy and history as a YouTuber. Because no one gives a fuck about this guy's history.
So basically, over the years, I was a big collector in the 90s. Then I fell out of love with it, didn't really do it ever again, okay?
Because your mom didn't get you the Wolverine doll.
So now, I'm doing this wrestling commentary show called Smart Guys every week. In fact, this week is the bye week. Normally, I would do it on a Tuesday, but my co-host PPP is on vacation, so I'm not doing it this week. And
I call him PPP.
Watching, you know, WWE wrestling, and they're advertising on the show heavily. New WWE Topps cards. You know, buy the cards, collect them, get a chance at the rare card. In fact, last night on Monday Night Raw, they showed the rarest card. It's Cody Rhodes, 1 out of 1. There's only one card, Cody Rhodes special art, and he signed it, okay? So basically, you know, it's collecting, but it's also that, you know, chance to get something rare. And we were talking about it, like, maybe we should do this on the show. Maybe we should have some of these packs of cards that we could, like, open on the show. That would be pretty fun, right? So I looked into it, and I'm looking at what's available. So first of all, I'm looking for a full box of cards. I can't really find one. What I found is two different things. There's what's called a hobby box, okay? The hobby box is a box of cards that's guaranteed to have one of the super rare cards. Now, it's not the 1 out of 1 Cody Rhodes card, but it's definitely a card that's supposed to be one of the more rare in the set. But this box costs $380-something, and they're all sold out, and you can't get one until April, okay? Scalpers are reselling them for anywhere from $500 to $1,000, okay? I said, I don't think I'm going to invest that much money. I think that would kind of be a waste. But they do have something else, all right, that's just called, I don't even know what it's called, like a mega box or whatever. All it is supposed to be a box of, like, several packs of cards. And I got one. It was $30, and it's in this tiny box. So I can't imagine how small this thing is and how many cards are actually in it. So let's live open this up. We're not going to unbox it. We're going to just look at it and take a look at it.
No! Did you not see the warning on the box? What are you doing with a box cutter? Right there. Right there. You see it? Do not open with a box cutter. And what does this motherfucker have? A box cutter.
You know, look at this and maybe open the packs on Smart Guys. But I'm just curious. What is actually in this box? How many cards? How many packs, right? $30. Again, back in the day, I used to spend $60 to $100. Now we get a giant box of cards. That would give me the whole set, right?
Okay, he's being smart, not cutting on the top.
Do not use blades to open it. I'm using a blade to open it. Well, I know what I'm doing. Okay.
What? No, you don't. I love it. I would love if he cut the box, the actual box, and be like, what? He told me not to use a box cutter. I used it to cut the box. That's fucking stupid. Fucking brute. Books, smart knife street, smart mouth drillers. Duh. Oh my god. What an idiot. That is a box of cards.
It's tiny.
Yeah, you spent $30 on cards. What were you expecting? The big fucking kiosk? That's the standard size for $30. You want the bigger stuff, you better shell out more moolah. What did you expect?
Topps Chrome 2025 trading cards. Chase the Persona exclusive insert cards. 3 exclusive sepia refractors per box. Chase the Persona exclusive insert cards. 28 total cards. 7 packs per box. 4 cards per pack. So there's...
I gotta lie, 4 cards per pack, that's kind of a ripoff. Like, how many do you get in a Pokemon pack? Anyone know? I don't activate. Actually, I do have a pack of Pokemon cards here. But these are small ones, but I don't think that's a full set. I think that's like something else there. Oh god, these are from like 2 years ago. Oh, there's just 3 trading cards in here. All right.
There's 7 packs in here. Okay, let's take the plastic off. And it is Topps has been around this business forever. Topps has been making trading cards since before I was born. They were nice. They were nice quality. Actually, I remember Deck came along.
Don't care. Don't care. Don't care.
Came along. So that's true. Donruss and Fleer also were very, very popular.
Little green man with a $2 super chat says, "What kind of knife is that? Like pocket knife? Why would you give money to ask Bill that?"
Card companies back in the day. I don't know if they still make them. Okay.
Jade said, "At DSP Gaming, I hope Jay or Sammy or John Sheen." I think he meant to say Tina, but he typed it wrong.
Okay. Jay says, "I hope you get Jay or Sammy or John Cena." Yeah, who knows? We got 28 cards. We don't know who we're gonna get. All right, let's just open it up the plastic here. TTA Beretta. That's the name of the company that makes this pocket knife. Here you go. All right.
Well, the $2 were worth it.
I'm not going to open a pack. I just want to see what these look like.
Spoiler alert, they look like this. The plastic foil around some plastic cards.
Says I spent $30 on this. There you go. 7 packs, 4 cards in a pack. All right, 28 cards total. According to the box, 3 guaranteed sepia refractors. I have no idea what that is. I guess those means those are rare. Okay, and this says try to chase the Persona exclusive insert cards, whatever the hell those are. So, okay, well, here we.
If you don't care, why did you buy it? Like, I really don't understand this. Like, he could give 2 shits about pro wrestling now. But he got talked into doing this show by Triple P. I call him Triple P. And it's like, ugh.
We are. So now these will go away for about a week. And then on Smart Guys next week, we'll talk about possibly opening some of these and seeing what's inside. See what kind of rare cards I got. Because you know what's going to happen. You know I'm going to open it up. And the first pack I open, I'm going to get the 1 out of 1 exclusive Cody Rhodes card. That's probably going to be worth like $1,000. So it's going to be well worth the $30 investment. I mean,
You're never going to resell these cards. What are you talking about? You'll never sell them online because you're too scared that detractors and trolls will fuck you over. You can't sell them in person because you don't go out anywhere in person because you're scared. And you don't think that comic book stores sell cards anymore. So you're going to be like, where the fuck do I sell these things? No one around. Like, oh, comic book store? They don't sell these cards. What the fuck you talking about? Get out of here.
And there's absolutely no chance that I would open these packs and they'd have absolutely dupes and duds and crappy stuff that no one wants. And it would be completely worthless. And I threw my $30 away. That's right. All right, so next week on Smart Guys, be there for checking out these cards, all right?
I honestly thought he was going to say B square. I think it'll be square.
I thought I just heard Cody Rhodes say something. Hold on. All right. They're all the same. Like, by the way, they all feel the same because they
Yeah, if Cody Rhodes said anything, it would have been, oh, it's the guy. It's the guy. I'm watching his live stream right now. I don't know if Cody is aware of DSP. I know there are several WWE wrestlers that are aware of DSP. Like Maximum Male Models or at Maximum MXM collection over in ROH and on A-Dub. Kenny Omega. He used to start his Twitch stream saying "It time go." Xavier Woods for sure. Do I really count the cameo guys like Kevin Nash, Kurt Angle, and Jim Cornette? No, because detractors paid for those. For them to go like, oh, you spend $80,000 on a fucking WWE mobile game? What the fuck's wrong with you, man? I don't really count those because like it's them. It's not that they are aware of Phil, but
should all be the same form factor. There actually, sometimes back in the day, people had tricks to try to figure out if there was like a chase card in a pack. Like seriously, like some of the chase cards were thicker than others, so you could feel the pack and be like, this pack feels chubbier. That means there's a chase card in there. I mean, serious, you could do that back in the day. But along with, I think they finally got rid of that. Now they're all equal. So okay. Well, 7 packs for $30, man. So that means what? They're $4 a pack. Yeah, about $3.99 a pack, probably. Okay. So there you go. All right. So next week, we'll return to the Topps Chrome box on Smart Guys. Be there or you're going to miss it. Cool.
I think I'll miss it. I don't care. DSP, you should do this instead of Lego or DSP tries it. Call it DSP Open It. Can you imagine? Oh, God. Like, there are people that, you know, they do good streams by just opening up Pokemon cards. It's a thing still. Actually, if I check Twitch right now, I think Julie, One Shot Girl. Oh yeah, she does. This is like a bi-daily thing for her. Every other day, she's doing a stream where she's opening up Pokemon cards, and she gets about 261 viewers for it. So hey, if it's still a thing, why not? Just do it. If you enjoy it and your community enjoys it, go for it.
Out of here, then we'll continue. I have some more shout outs to do, by the way. Cool. All right.
Do you hear the struggle when he had to get out of that chair?
Struggle seems real.
Yeah, he didn't miss much. How was the show?
I watched the first episode. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
And of course, I was finding other stuff that that I'm gonna have to watch. The first 2 Tomb Raider movies with Angelina Jolie over there. I'm like, yes, gotta put that there. The Witcher, Delicious in Dungeons, gotta put that there too. Sailor Moon Crystal 1, 2, and 3. Yes.
Oh, you were searching for stuff on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I am definitely gonna go through Sailor Moon first, That was my first love before Tomb Raider. Sorry.
Now I'm thinking about TFS Oolong. No. Oh, great. Now my
Did you see
now
that?
my whole day's gonna be ruined by trying to find something to watch on Netflix.
Well, at least I'm not watching Bridgerton because I'm like, no.
Anyway.
Well, I do like historical stuff, but I don't know. Bridgerton seems to rub me the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
if you know what I mean. But anyway, that's me being nitpicky. Yeah. So I'm trying to decide which to watch first. Besides, oh right, I even added One Piece considering you ruined it for me years ago.
Like, because I kept quoting Lil Creepo. Where's the One Piece? Also my breakfast.
Yes.
It's like
And
doing
I
a
was
barrel
watching
roll.
Shinzo playing one of the games, and I'm like,
Oh
I
yeah,
should
was
give
it the RPG or was it the Musha like game? Was it the one?
It was
Was there
like
like a field of enemies and you was like punching everything?
It was along the idea of, remember when you played let's see, what was that game, those games that you played that were made by the same people that was like Dragon Quest and Legend of Zelda? That
It is the
Yes.
Musha game. Okay, so
Yes.
it's the warrior style.
Yeah, the warrior style. Yeah. So I kind of wanted to watch it again, considering Keely got me into it years ago. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll find out which one that is there. It's like,
Yeah,
you
but-
have Fire Emblem Warriors you still haven't played yet.
I haven't finished. There's so many games I've been in and out,
Yeah.
but I'm just glad that I'm in my gaming says Tomb Raider, but my inner child is screaming Sailor Moon, you know?
Nice.
But yeah.
Yeah, I unfortunately had to start the stream over because it died.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I noticed that when I checked on YouTube and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah. I kind of hate where it does that because it's like, you can't, if you don't get back to it in time, it just restarts. Or it ends and you have to make a new stream.
yeah, that sounds.
That's kind of one of the bad things with,
That's the only downside. One of the
Yeah.
downsides.
Mwah. Mwah.
You still smell like your
Pepperonis?
pepperoni.
Yep. All right. So nothing really. He brought it up in the beginning. He's like, "There's no drama to talk about. I don't need to talk about it." Everyone's just like, "Hey, your boy gave some female streamer on Kick all your money. That's your money, right?" Oh, you don't have to
They
do that,
should
hun.
really-
Honey, honey, you don't have to. I can get that. Please.
Okay.
I feel kind of
You
bad.
better.
I will do that for.
Chat, make sure you remind him. Please and thank you. You have a tendency to forget a lot.
Yeah.
I should have put all the stuff in the dishwasher and got that going,
That's
but I
okay.
was like, today is just
that's
a mess.
my day off tomorrow.
One thing would be make a good smile on my face if you actually get some.
I am. I'm gonna get it done tomorrow. My
Good.
day off tomorrow.
Good.
Nah.
And
Wait a
I'll
minute.
get some stuff done on Thursday too. So,
Yeah.
like everyone says, a little bit every day.
So yeah, much. He addressed it really quickly by saying like, "Oh, it doesn't bother me. I'm over it. Don't talk about it." And then he decided to like, someone told him don't do an Asian accent, and he did an Asian accent. I was just like, "Oh well, I guess we're back. The racist is back on the menu, boys." So dumb. Anyways. Man, look at all this dead air in this podcast. What the fuck was that? What was that? Okay, I gotta go back to 1 I gotta go back to regular speed on that. Okay, hang on. He did a whole 360 to sit down. What the fuck? Wait, which direction does he turn? Does he turn left? Oh, he turns to the left. Okay, I can't turn left. What the fuck is wrong with this man?
Alrighty. Cool.
Oh, God, so much
All
work.
right, well, let's do some quick shout outs here. We got
Don't care.
John M, who did a super chat. And John says, keep doing the Asian accent. It's too funny. Well, of course I will. Of course I will, only when it's appropriate. There's a reason to do it, I'll do. I'm not just going to pull it out of nowhere, right? So thank you, John, for the $2 super chat, our first super chat of the day. Orcs or Dorks, 45 months as a member, says, sup, guys and gals. What's up, Orcs or Dorks? Good to see you. That's just a re-upping message, so that doesn't add to our leaderboard for today. Dumb.
I'll never understand this. Why would you not count re-upping memberships as part of your goal? That's still money you're getting.
Real user real. Gifted a sub over on Kick. Could you make a better name than that? Seriously? Really?
The businesses of yours, what people's usernames are. Fuck off.
Dumb real user real. That's your name. Thanks for the sub. And Little Green Man did a $2 super chat, which actually unseats John, asking about that brand of knife. And as I said, it was a Beretta knife. So there you go. Okay. Dr. Lexus just gifted another sub. Thank you, Dr. Lexus, for a gifted sub. So now you are at 2 gifted subs for today. Appreciate that. That gets us up to 24 and climbing. So let's. I'm just gonna say this up front. Let's hit the goal on the stream because here's what happened yesterday, right? We had a whole bunch of momentum during the podcast, right? We did. We had people contributing. It was great. And then I started playing Yakuza. Well, I should say Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. And then it all slowed down to a crawl. And we did get a few contributions during Pirate Yakuza, but then we didn't hit the goal. And it sucks. We get that momentum on the podcast, and then somehow it slows down, and we don't hit the goal. It's like, oh, come on. We definitely want to hit the goals today. Don't you want to do Lego night tomorrow? I do. Right? I definitely want to do Lego night tomorrow. So let's hit the goals today on both streams. All right? Or hell, let's hit 2 goals on this stream. Who's gonna do it? We have no tips so far today. Who's gonna be our first tip? And who's gonna be our first membership or get the membership on YouTube? We don't have any of those right now, right? So let's get that momentum going. Okay. So we have a few news stories to cover today.
I got a feeling he's going to talk about WB shutting down Monolith Games, Player One Games, and essentially canceling the Wonder Woman game. He loves to dance on graves.
Okay. Oh, Real King Michael, what's going on? Sorry, I didn't see you there on Kick. How you doing? No Super Vibes, how are you today? Good morning, everybody. Okay.
Tips for squats.
All right, we good to get into our news stories for today?
Are you holding the news segment hostage? Like, I need a tip before I talk about news that I read for 2 seconds on Twitter. All right, let me close the eval stream. I think that might be sucking up some memory.
Yes? Okay, let's get started. This is so sad. It really is.
Oh, don't pretend you're sad that a game company is shutting down. Fuck you.
All right, ready? Here we go. Get ready here. How far into the show? 31 minutes. I'll have to remember if I clip this. We're around 30 minutes in. All right. So our first news story for today, sadly, is not a good one. It's actually a pretty sad one, and it's a follow-up to a news story that we just talked about a week or two ago. If you remember, I was talking about WB Games and how at one point WB Games was at the top of the world, releasing giant hits like the Batman Arkham Trilogy, the Shadow of Lord of the Rings themed games, among other very popular hits. And then all of a sudden, they kind of floundered and failed and tripped and fell on their own face, right? You know, the last Shadow of game having that really awful reset that forced you to either pay for accelerated progress or doing a bunch of grinding. The Rocksteady Games group, instead of making another awesome narrative-based game, making a team-based shooter in Suicide Squad that obviously was supposed to be games as a service and no one cared about. Multiple delayed and failed projects, left, right, up, and down. And for every Harry Potter's, success like Hogwarts Legacy, then there's a flop like the Quidditch game. And we found out really the primary reason for it was the leader at the time, the guy who was in charge of games, was not a gamer. He knew nothing about games. He was a complete asshole who no one liked. They would give him feedback. He would ignore it and act like more like a businessman than know anything about the games industry. He had them chasing trends. He had them wasting time and money. And by the time that basically he decided to step down or they removed him or whatever the situation was, he had run the company into the ground. Well, one of the companies that we were talking about during that time period was a company called Monolith Games, who previous had made tons of great games and or interesting games, but then was working on a Wonder Woman game. And this Wonder Woman game went into development hell. They started making this game using the Nemesis engine from the Shadow of games. And it was supposed to combine, elements from like the Batman games with this Nemesis engine. It was going to be a big epic Wonder Woman game. We talked about it. No exaggeration. I'm not kidding you. Over $100 million was invested into the Wonder Woman game. Here we are in 2025. There's nothing to show for it. And the guy who was in charge of WB Games stepped down in January. And now the entire company is like a big question mark. What's going to happen with WB Games? Well, sadly, folks, Today we have our first answer. Help if I press the button. Monolith Studios, or I should say Monolith Productions, is being closed. In addition, Player First Games, the makers of Multiverses, which also has announced it is no longer going to be in development and will shut down in a few months, and WB San Diego are all closing. All the employees are being laid off, and all their projects are canceled, meaning, yes, the $100 million+ Wonder Woman game is now completely canceled. For those who don't know, Monolith has been around for quite a long time. This user, Moro NL, actually posting up a huge collection of Monolith games from over the years. No One Lives Forever, Alien vs. Predator series, Shogo, Contract Jack, Tron, when they made that Tron 2.0 game tie-in. Condemned. Did you know that they made the Condemned Criminal Origins and Condemned Bloodshot, Condemned 2 games? The Fear series. Yeah, Monolith Games actually made Fear. And Fear 1 and 2 were actually really good games, for the record. Okay.
Then why'd you quit the first one? People told you how to patch on PC and you just said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Okay, so it's pretty sad. All these things that they worked on and made over the years, and, you know, they no longer exist. They're gone, right? For what? Was it their fault that they started working on a Wonder Woman game that was chasing trends, that the stupid CEO, or I should say the president of Warner Brothers Games was telling them to do all these awful, stupid things, right? Then after making a crazy amount of progress on the game using the Nemesis system, we're told to scrap it and start over, which I'm sure they weren't very happy with. When you put that much work into something creative, and then you're told your work's not good enough, start from scratch. So, pretty sad. And, I mean, at this point, you gotta wonder, is this gonna continue? Will this trend continue? Because there's been a lot of studios who recently have been in this rut, where they're not really making the games they used to make, and the games that they're making are flopping. What about BioWare, right? With the recent Dragon Age Veilguard, which flopped huge. Sales way lower than what they were expecting or what they were hoping for, right? We got, dude, just in a month, March 20th, we've got Assassin's Creed Shadows that looks like it's facing exactly the same situation. So, are we at the precipice of a cliff where game development is about to jump off and a lot of people are about to lose their jobs? I think so. And that's not a good thing. If anything, I think this is a result of a games industry that became overbloated, overconfident, and decided to go along with whatever it wanted to do rather than listening to trends, to the economy, to what gamers want.
You just said earlier that they've been guilty of trying to follow the trends. Are they following the trends or are they just sticking to what they know? It doesn't seem like it can be both ways, Phil. And here's the thing. Companies die, companies grow. People will find work, or they'll just make their own little indie games. There's literally hundreds to thousands of different games that you can play if you have the means to do it. It's not like we're going to run out of games to play. Like, I have this shelf literally of thousands of games I have never played before and are just sitting there. If the industry was to like die, it's like, yeah, that's it, we're done, no more video games. I just go back and play all the old shit. Like, it's not that big. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Am I sad that the Wonder Woman game got canceled? Absolutely. I was kind of curious to how it was going to be, because I kind of want to see how a DC game could work outside of the Batman universe. Because Batman has always been their bread and butter.
You can't just decide to make whatever you want and pump it out and expect people are going to buy it anymore, because things are different. We had COVID, we had inflation, right? This is not 10, 15 years ago where every game gets super hyped and sells a ridiculous amount of money just because it came out of a major game studio. Today, gamers are a lot more skeptical. Not only do you have the mainstream reviewers that are in a lot of cases overinflating review scores, but now you've got the skeptical gamer, the people who are looking to their most trusted streamer or YouTuber or social media person, influencer, right? To give them their opinion first. And a lot of people are just slamming games left and right. I mean, take a look at Avowed, okay? Let's be honest about Avowed. Avowed does have some issues, okay? But is Avowed an awful game? Well, so far, I'm 7-8 hours in. I haven't seen a single thing awful about it, all right? To me, Avowed is a passable game. And I feel like if it was 10 years ago, Avowed would have been a game that would have sold like gangbusters, and it would have made ridiculous amounts of money. But because it's 2025, and people are way more skeptical, and people are way more reserved with the dollars that they spend, you got things like Game Pass now. A game like Avowed gets destroyed, gets ripped apart, dissected. Look, none of the NPCs can be injured. They're all invincible. There's no real environmental effects in the game. Look, the choices don't matter. 10 years ago, no one would give a shit. They'd be like, oh, what a great game. But now things are different, okay? So now these game studios are having a very rude awakening, right? You were chasing trends. You were trying to jump in on the popularity of things you did in the past or what other studios were doing, and it's not working anymore. And now you're getting giant studios like WB Games closing down not one, not two, but 3 different game studios in a day. Shadow of Mordor.
I don't want to listen to this. I'm
power
gonna skip because like his
everything.
Opinions are fucking shit.
Opportunity to miss an opportunity. Anyone who wants, we've had to make some Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat. We're gonna go on to our next story here. I received a $3 tip. It's our first tip of the day. Flatman B. Hey everyone, I hope everyone is well. Have a good day and God bless. Thank you to Flatman for your first tip of the day and getting the tipping rolling. So that is awesome. Now
he really wanted to
we
put
now have
32
a super chat. We now have, well, we have a couple super chats. We have some subs and we got a tip. Who's gonna be the first person to become a member or gift a membership today? Let's get some memberships going on that side of things. Then we'll have a little bit of everything, a little sprinkling of support in every direction, right? There you go. Raphael Melee and Call of Duty today. I would like to do them all, but I don't know how it works. People are saying it's a crazy grind to unlock these weapons.
Google it. Why are you so opposed to Google or looking up information yourself? Fuck's sakes, I hate you. No, Cartman.
I hate you! I want you to die!
In Minecraft.
So I guess we'll get right to it. We'll have to look at it and figure it out. If it means skipping the dailies today to just solely focus on experience grinding, then I'll do that. Let's take a look today and figure it out. Okay, guys? Cool.
What do you mean skip the day? It shouldn't take you more than like 15-20 minutes to do dailies, depending on how much of a grind it is. But based on your skill level, yeah, it would take an entire stream for you to do dailies.
Okay. Continuing on. Hold on. Tickle in my throat.
This is Winnie the Pooh. It's way too jolly for Bill.
Our next story.
Blitzball.
Playground Games, owned by Microsoft, the current developers of the new Fable, have announced a delay. We know how excited you are for Fable, and in order to make the best game possible for our players, we're going to make a little more time and launch in 2026. Hear more from Gamer Boss Craig Duncan, head of the game studios, in this video.
Well, there's one other highly anticipated game.
Yes. I want to start with really excited about program and sure people confidence in British. You know, just think of British shooting in the plan.
I don't care.
This game till 2026. Here's the information I have to give you. It's going to be a new version of the game from a dev team that's going to give it their own spin. So you have no information about the game, is what you're saying. You actually have no idea what you're talking about. Like,
do you? Every time he tries to have an opinion about the games industry, like, it's a nothing opinion. Like, nobody cares.
Can you talk about a game mechanic? Can you talk about why it's their version of Albion? Like, what's different? Can you give us any information whatsoever about this game that's been in development for the longest time and you refuse to give us any real updates? Or are you here to just blow smoke up our butts again? Like, I don't care that Craig Duncan says it's good. You got to show us what you're talking about. Can we have any information at all? Or are we just expected to give a shit in another year with no information?
Maybe they don't have anything to talk about. He got this pissy when Marvel vs. Capcom, after it got announced, it was like a demo if it was playable at Evo for like guys like Max and Justin to show off on stream and for people to like attendees to play. And he's like, the game's done, just release it. It's like, what if they're having problems with X-Men versus Street Fighter? What if they're having problems with X-Men Children of the Atom? What if there's a problem with the netcode? What if there's a problem with MVC1? Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Just shut up and let them develop the game.
I'm gonna be honest with everyone, okay? I used to play Fable. You remember Fable 2 was one of my earliest playthroughs on YouTube before I could even monetize gameplay videos. Fable 2 was a full-length playthrough that I did on my original Dark Side Phil channel.
Congratulations! You want a fucking cookie? This is the kind of shit that he wants to talk about with people in interviews. It's like, hey, guy, I play games a lot on YouTube. They make me special. It's like, not really. Everyone can fucking do it.
Then I played Fable 3 years later. There's been nothing Fable in ages. There was a Fable.
There's been some stuff on Fable, but nothing that I think there's like Fable the Journey. I think there was like Fable Heroes. I'm trying to remember the other stuff there, but yeah, not a full-fledged Fable game. Like the last true big Fable game was. Weren't there? Wait, wasn't there? Oh, I'm trying to remember now. I'll look that up later.
Fable VR game that no one played and it flopped.
There's this Fable VR game. What?
And then we've had no Fable for over a decade. There's been no Fable. Okay? If you want us to care, you have to give us a reason to care. Not just say, Fable is coming and it's good. Fable is coming and it's good. Fable is coming. I don't care. You have to. Then
you should never play it. If you don't care, don't play it. It's going to be on Game Pass, but you're like, oh, maybe I'll check it out because it's Game Pass. Oh, maybe we don't have it. You stand on your, have a fucking moral high ground that you so claim to have. If you say, I don't care, then don't play it. Just leave it the fuck alone and try something else.
Just stop blowing smoke and it didn't show any gameplay and people have something to tell us about. Don't come back till you have something to say because we have more valuable things to do with our time than watch your shitty podcast where you say nothing.
Whoa! Okay. Back that up.
Please do. If not, Craig Duncan, please do us all a favor and fuck off. And don't come back till you have something to say, because we have more valuable things to do with our time than watch your shitty podcast where you say nothing.
If that's not describing the level 1 podcast to a T, I don't know what is.
Good Lord, these fucking people, like they're in charge of companies. This is what I mean. He's in charge. He's a bigwig. He's in charge. And he thinks the best way to handle this is to appear on a podcast and give no information. Zero.
Maybe there's no information to give. That's why they have to delay the game.
Okay. Our last story for today, thankfully, is a positive one. Perhaps you heard of a little game last year that a lot of people had their eyes on. They were very skeptical that this game was going to be good, and a lot of people were very apprehensive about it, like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. Well, happy to report, not only was it a very good game, but it was actually my game of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Silent Hill 2 Remake from Bloober Team. Well, based on the rousing success of Silent Hill 2 Remake, to extend their partnership of Korean.
Okay, cool.
They just don't do a lot with it. Curious about that, okay? Konami actually owns some really valuable IP. They just don't do a lot with it. So now that they actually have a dependable name in game development in a very long time. So maybe this is the start of, I was skeptical upscalings. They had an even
don't care. Don't care.
Until we have more concrete information. There's not much else to say about this story, but all I will say is I'm excited of care you to make other stories today. Death Stranding 2 put out a teaser, but I think maybe I'll save that for another day. We don't necessarily have to watch that today. I don't know if you guys are even interested at this point. But there's one or two other stories, but I just wanted to cover the ones that I was more interested in today, okay? Okay.
No, DSP news.
$2 tip from Lady Charisma. This delay shows that games get announced way too soon. The gameplay did show off looks promising as a game dev. Newt. I don't think that was spelled right. It's insane to me that
Oh, so you can translate JSP. You can't translate that.
the same engine that powers Forza Horizon could pull this off. I prefer to take time over it coming out and being broken or not up to snuff. No, see, I agree with you. It's like Miyamoto said, correct? Was it Miyamoto or was it Iwata? Now I feel bad because I forget if it was Miyamoto or if it was Iwata. But the quote is, a delayed game is eventually good, right? But a rushed game that's bad now is bad forever. That's a horrible paraphrasing. I know I botched it, but you understand. If a game comes out now and it sucks, it's just going to suck. If a game comes out in 6 to 8 months, but it's good, then it'll eventually be good. And yeah, it sucks, you have to wait, but at least it is good, right?
What is the actual code
hey, get the game
that he
out there,
messed up
sell
there?
it sucks ass, and then we'll patch it 6 months later. But I do agree with Lady Charisma here. It sounds to me like they just wanted everyone to know that Fable was still alive, so they announced it ages and ages and ages ago. But why? If you don't have anything of substance, they still have nothing of substance to show us.
It's by Shigeru Miyamoto. A delayed game is eventually good. A bad game is bad forever. It should say a rush game is bad forever. Yeah.
Why are you even talking about it? You know what?
But I mean, that sentiment can't be really based on take, because there are a lot of games that do eventually get better with updates and patches. People swear by No Man's Sky that it's been like extremely well received since all of its updates, how it was from launch. So there's that. I'm trying to think of other ones that were like really bad at launch. I mean, Fallout 76 I heard was like, I know is terrible at launch, but apparently has gotten really good to like it's built up a very good fan base. If you have any others, let me know in the comments
in the scope or the
or
realm
in
or the
chat
view of a release in the next 5 years, right? I don't want Beyond Good and Evil 2 in development for a decade and we still don't have a piece of gameplay of it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just done with it. It's crap. Enough of this bullshit. Okay. All right. Well, folks, that's what I've got for today for the podcast. So let's get it going. Let's get support rolling. Let's get this goal on this very stream. All right. We still have a half an hour to hang out together and do some Q&A or whatever you guys want to do, and I'm open to that. But let's get that goal today. Let's get it.
I hope there's not a saltiness going on here.
All right. All right. All right. Let's do it. So what do you guys want to talk about? Tag me in the chat. Let's have some discussion for the rest of the show.
So what do you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, exactly. Sylvania says, I don't even think Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to come out with the state of Ubisoft now. Yeah, I mean, Ubisoft is literally looking to sell. They still want to create, have some creative control of the company overall, but they're looking to sell off. You know, they're screwed. They really, I mean, that's a case of just insane mismanagement, running a actual successful company completely into the ground. What was my favorite restaurant in the 90s? Oh, man, I think about where I went to eat in the 90s. Shit.
Hey, no, you blocked me on Twitter. I was wondering why you did real quick. Also, be careful of the Nunchuck melee in Black Ops 6, they suck, and there's a problem with it. DSP.
My parents and I regularly eat at a restaurant in the 1990s. This is a tough question. This is a really tough question for me.
You can't remember because your brain's been destroyed by too much gin.
Shit. I don't think I can answer it. I don't think we regularly went to like a good restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what I am saying?
I can't even answer. I really can't. I can't think of a place that we would go to regularly in the 90s. Eating out. Riley the Wolf, I don't know why I would have blocked you on Twitter. I don't even know who you are on Twitter. Kind of a silly question to ask. I don't have a favorite franchise or standalone game. I never did. I like variety. I'm the kind of guy that likes bouncing around different varieties of games.
I hate this. This is the most nothing answer ever. It's like, what's your favorite game or franchise? Oh, I don't have one. It's like, don't make me pick. It's like, why? Like, just pick. Okay, I gotta skip Mortal Kombat thing just it might get me in trouble. But yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, one of my favorite games of all time, Bionic Commando, and I recently played through the entire series on YouTube. I love Mario. I love Zelda. I love Metroid. I love a lot of Nintendo franchises. I love newer franchises like Darksiders is fantastic. Like, you haven't played Darksiders, definitely get in that on that shit. See, that was easy. Maybe you should make that a thing. Like the dented questions he gets from his audience, try to answer them yourself.
And that way I don't get bored. If I just focused on one variety, like one genre, I'd probably get bored. Who's my favorite Ninja Turtle? Oh, I don't know. In the 1990s, it was Michelangelo.
I don't know. In the 90s, it was Michelangelo. You know what my favorite was? Leonardo. Because he was a leader, and he had 2 swords. And also, he was voiced by Cam Clark. Liquid Snake. The man with the same code name as you.
But now I have no idea. I'm sure they've developed these characters much further. I'm sure there's 10 different iterations of each character now. I have no clue about the Ninja Turtles anymore in the modern day.
Maybe sit down and actually watch a movie, or... Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? Sound off in the chat. And and explain, like, if it's from a particular iteration and that's why you like it, let me know. Like, I like the TMNT Raphael, who actually, you know, became his own little vigilante. People tend to treat that movie as the 4th one because I think it's in the same universe, technically. That's the one with Patrick Stewart and Chris Evans in it. Chris Evans is Casey Jones. Sarah Michelle Gellar is April O'Neil. That was a good movie. You guys have never seen TMNT. That's a good movie.
Am I going to play the Grim Dawn DLC that comes out this year? What is Grim Dawn DLC? I don't know what that means. No, I've never been to a Fuddruckers. The name is familiar, but I've never seen one.
That's bullshit. I was promised Fuddruckers. I'm going to Fuddruckers. Pickups Papa Birch. I demand Fuddruckers.
No, I never played RuneScape 2. Did I ever play a Sierra Online game? I'm not sure. It sounds familiar. Like, I think I might have played a Sierra Online game, but I'm not sure.
Do not play a Sierra Online game. I will fucking stab you in Minecraft.
If I could open a restaurant franchise, what would it be? I mean, a restaurant franchise, see, here's the difference. That's a tough question. If you were to say restaurant, I would say an Italian restaurant. If you're saying franchise, I don't want to franchise out Italian restaurants because they would lose their authenticity. So...
It would lose their what? What was that mush mouth?
Italian restaurant. If you're saying franchise, I don't want to franchise out Italian restaurants because they would lose their authenticity.
Their authenticity? Is that what he said? Authenticity? Okay, I'm going normal speed.
I would say an Italian restaurant. If you're saying franchise, I don't want to franchise out Italian restaurants because they would lose their authenticity.
Steve, I think we've got one for the board. We got one for the board. Does anyone tag Steve online? Oh my god, hang on. Steve of the Dead, I gotta follow you. I have to follow you. Okay. Punished. Oh. Steve of the Dead. Would help if I spelled dead right. Okay, yeah, punish underscore Steve. Okay, hang on.
So I don't want to franchise out Italian restaurants because then they would lose their authenticity.
I don't think anyone replied to him. Okay, let me tweet at him. Where are you at? Where are you at? Okay, let's see that again.
So franchise out Italian restaurants because then they would lose their authenticity.
Okay. I had to send that to Steve. Okay, we're good. Authenticity.
So franchise, I don't know.
I wish you could get beat up by the franchise. Get Shane Douglas on in this.
Oh yeah, Sierra Online and King's Quest. I didn't play that. The 3D Ultra Pinball games. I didn't play that. No, I didn't play those.
Thank God he never played King's Quest. And please, for the love of God, do not send him King's Quest. Any King's Quest. Keep him the fuck away from Sierra games. And also, 3D Ultra Pinball? My dude. You never played the best freeware game Windows ever produced? Like, besides Solitaire and Minesweeper, that's like the #1 game to play on Windows 95. This man had no childhood confirmed. Oh, wait, he was too busy in the arcades trying to get good at Street Fighter. Scanning.
Why are you asking me this question about mattress tags? Are you serious?
Mattress tags. I got a feeling that's a Pat Sajak question. I might have to rewatch WPIG and see if that was a Pat Sajak question. So for those who don't know, a couple of years ago, ALT was trying to get LARPers to get in there and ask him the Jonathan Frakes questions. So have you ever seen that Jonathan Frakes, it's like, oh, he made it up. It's unfalse. It's true. It's like, you ever ride a mountain bike? Like, how much is too much to pay a waiter? They were trying to get him to like answer all those questions, and then as soon as he realized it was catching on, he shut that down. Now he's got like, there's like a compilation of Pat Sajak asking contestants on Wheel of Fortune like really dumb questions. It's just like, did you bring enough coins? So they're trying to get them to clear the board and get all those questions. I feel like that's a Pat Sajak question.
Like, I'm a YouTuber with 16 years of experience. I'm infamous on the internet.
Okay. Let's unpack this. Let's unpack this face palming.
I'm a YouTuber with 16 years of experience.
No one gives a shit.
I'm infamous on the internet.
But you don't ever want to talk about those because they're embarrassing.
You can ask me anything. You're asking me about ripping a tag off of a mattress. That's your question for me today on my podcast.
Yes, because you've answered everything else, and the stuff that we want answered, you say it's none of our fucking business, and you lie about it. So yeah, guess what? We're gonna ask you stupid fucking questions, especially if they're of the Pat Sajak variety, which I got a feeling the mattress thing is a Pat Sajak question. So what would you rather your audience ask? At the... Oh, is this the... Oh my god. Hey, sorry. My brain just tweaked out. What is it? This is the Xenoblade Chronicles song from that Max video. Yeah, let's skip to it. When is the beat drop? Come on. This is from what's your most favorite out-of-pocket fighting game moment? And it was from Smash, where the guy sacrificed the stock as Shulk just to like airdrop in on his next life to finish the match. And it was just a kazoo version of this song. Oh, I feel like going back and watching those again. Especially the guy that was singing R&B during DOA. You gotta fucking lose. Might do that after. I don't know. No, ack.
I've never been to a Texas Roadhouse. I've been to Roadhouses before. When I went to Nashville, we went to a Roadhouse a couple times because it was so good, but I can't remember what the name of it was. It wasn't Texas Roadhouse, I don't think. And then there is a Roadhouse out here, a barbecue Roadhouse. I can't remember what the name of it is. I think it's like Jimmy Mac's, but I've only been there like once. But I've never actually been officially to the Texas Roadhouse, which I know is a franchise, right? How is Jasper? Jasper's good. He's healthy, relaxing today, but he's not in here with me today.
Is he healthy? You sure he's not puking on your bed
Yes,
again?
Jasper responds to catnip. He gets zonked out by catnip. Yes, he does.
Infamous on the internet. Infants for playing knuckle hockey on live stream. Pete Jones, get that ass banned. ALT's left thigh reel. Have you ever scored?
Do I think modern technology has made gaming move in the wrong direction because games are becoming longer and more realistic and I miss older, more linear games? The problem is everyone chases the same trend, right?
Okay, I would love... you know what? Yeah, what is the trend that people are chasing? Tell us, DSP, and your almighty wisdom. What is the trend people are trying to follow?
The really problem is the technology. It's laziness. It's the desire to pump out a game fast to make a profit and to chase what everyone else has done. Rather,
if people are pumping out games fast to do a profit, why the fuck are you mad then that Fable got delayed? You can't have it both ways, Phil.
than to make something creative. If every game that was developed, they would sit down and say, let's make a game today that's absolutely creative. A game that is unique, that breaks ground, that has different mechanics or different graphics or something new that no one else has done before. If the games were focused on that, then the game would have things that make it unique and would have talking points and people would like them. Instead, these fucking people in suits, all right, are getting together in boardrooms saying, what's popular? What's making money? How do we make money? How do we please our investors? How do we do that? You're in a creative industry, all right? You're making art. Yes, it is a product to be consumed for money, but you're also making art. When you're in an artistic industry, the art has to come first. And
that's the dreamer world. Yes, I mean, it should be important that, like, you know, your artistic integrity is kept in check, but also too, you do have to answer to a lot of people, and you do have to make money at something. And if you don't make money, then you don't eat.
And these idiots in charge don't fucking understand that. So instead, they're so focused on profits, they do everything wrong. They copy everyone else. They use existing game engines rather than making something that's their own. They're using generative AI to do the tasks that they feel take too long to do. And every one of those decisions sacrifices something artistic that should have been put into the game that would make it unique and fun and a standout that people would actually want to play.
By that logic, then, you should take you should have a moral compass and never play Call of Duty again, because they had to admit that, like, for the last 3 or 4 years, they had to use AI to help develop Call of Duty games. Why do they need 20 million studios to make Call of Duty maps if they're just having AI make the maps? I won't understand it now. Like, let Toys for Bob go free. Let Raven Software go free. Let High Moon Studios go free again. And let them develop the games they want to develop. I want another Transformers game, goddammit. A good one. Rest in peace, Reactive. Because that's dead.
So when you trend to chase to make money, you fail. And that's what we're finding today, that all these idiotic CEOs who are in charge of these studios decided to push all the studios in directions that by the time the games came out, no one wanted them anymore. You can't trend chase in gaming because games take too long to develop. And by the time that your trend chasing game releases, the trend is over. Right? How many trends in the 16 years that I've made YouTube content have we seen? When I started, the trend was zombie games because The Walking Dead was becoming the height of its popularity. So everyone wanted zombies in their game or some kind of a zombie spin-off game or whatever. Their entire games, like, remember Yakuza, Dead Souls, which was just a spin-off with zombies in it? Like, a lot of franchises were doing that kind of thing, right? Then it became first-person shooters, because when Call of Duty had Modern Warfare 1, everyone wanted to get a piece of that pie. So then you had every company trying to make their own first-person shooter for like 2-3 years, right?
Yeah, but Phil, first-person shooters have always been prevalent. They've always been big. They've just been on PC, you know, a system that you refuse to ever play or touch. Like to say that it was only because of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1 that they started getting prevalent. Okay, I'll say this, the modern military shooter actually started to get oversaturated after Modern Warfare 1 because everyone's chasing after that. I will agree on that point. But to say there was no first-person shooters, come on.
Then we went on to the next one. Right, motion controls or tracking with cameras. That was the next one. That was the next trend. Everyone needed to have a waggling Wiimote. Everyone had to have a camera. You're dancing in front of your Kinect or whatever. That was the next trend. Okay.
Yeah, and guess what? Those trends made money. They made bank. You know how many fucking Wiis were sold just because grandma and grandpa could play bowling with their kids and their grandkids? That's just appealing to the modern consumer. Same thing with Kinect. The thing barely worked, but it sold a bunch because the technology was promising.
Okay. Then what was the one after that? I know
You can't think of it.
I'm missing one. The one that comes to mind after that was team-based shooters. Everyone wanted to make an online co-op team-based shooter that could be turned into like a games as a service game. And then the trend after that was Battle Royale, right? Where everyone wanted to have a Battle Royale game with a Battle Royale element. Okay, then after that it was, geez, I can keep going. I mean, we could probably name 3 or 4 more, right? And that was the problem. In any of these situations, okay, any of them, if you look at the game that was the hit, like for example, GTA Online, which was now over a decade ago, was it 2013, right, when it came out? It was a big gamble for Rockstar to invest that amount of time and money into an online service game like that. It was actually the side product. Like they sold GTA 5 as the main course, and they said, well, maybe later you'll play GTA Online as like the appetizer or the hors d'oeuvre or the dessert later. They had no idea that GTA Online would turn into what it did. And
They hyped that thing up like crazy. It wasn't ready at launch. It was like 2 weeks after. I imagine they wanted to have people to play through the campaign first before they got into GTA Online. But you look at GTA 4. GTA 4 was huge with its online components. Like people would go online to, you know, to have death matches and races and shit like that. Or just to roam around because, you know, roaming around with friends and blowing stuff up, that's fun. I can't count on my hands how many times we've just booted up GTA 4 to do the swing set glitch. Just to see how far we could launch the fucking car across Liberty City. And then with GTA Online, yeah, we did all like the Rockstar stuff, but then they put in the creator suite so you can actually do your own stuff. It didn't matter if there was like all the microtransaction for like all the other stuff that you wanted to buy. They built infrastructure, and we got a raid coming in from the bus ride. Raid with a party of 1. What up, Eric? How's it going? How was Warcraft 40K 2 or Space Marine 2? I am reacting to the guy because I missed out on it today and I thought he was going to get super salty and he didn't, which I think I might. If this Q&A starts to get super boring, I might just tap out and go into games. I really, really, really want to show off something I got planned for the next video I'm working on. I'm going to play a little bit of Wampum on NES, and then I want to show you all the ROM hack of it I found that's basically, oh yeah, I'm just going to turn this game into Shovel Knight. But yeah, DSP is bitching about how Rockstar took a huge gamble with GTA Online. I'm like, no, Rockstar knew what it was doing. It knew what it was doing with GTA. The fact that it's endured for the last 10 years across 3 different console generations is nothing short of astounding.
And then it exploded and made them so much money that became their focus for over a decade, and they actually dropped their focus on other things that were popular, right? But then everyone else wants to trend chase and make GTA Online, but it's too late. You already have the industry leader. By the time that you develop your own GTA Online games as a service, it'll be over.
Name me the company that was trying to do a GTA Online clone. Go ahead, I'll wait.
Trend will be gone, right? Look at what happened with Battle Royale. So you had your PC Battle Royale, which was based on like DayZ, PUBG. Then it translated into Fortnite, and Fortnite became the giant winner, right?
Okay. A little bit of retconning there because everyone loves to get the history of Fortnite wrong. Everyone. Okay, so yeah. The DayZ it was Arma 3 was the game, and then they made the DayZ mod. I believe. Oh god. I'm getting news. DayZ was the mod. Then PUBG came out because they wanted to continue that concept. And then Fortnite was out. I think Fortnite was out for probably a good month to 2 months, like the Save the World aspect, when it was just simply called Fortnite. And then they added the Battle Royale feature in as a free-to-play game. And that exploded because, again, it was free-to-play. Because PUBG at that point was not free-to-play. You actually had to pay for it. But that's the thing that people tend to forget about, the history of Fortnite.
Now, we did have many other games that attempted Battle Royale. Can you tell me one that was as successful as any of those? I would say the closest was Warzone, which is a spin-off mode of an existing game, Call of Duty. But other companies that tried, they all failed.
Apex Legends is still pretty popular. You know what? We're going to take a little field trip to Twitch. And we're going to see what's cracking on the site. I really don't want to switch to the other screen there because last time I did it killed it. So let's see. GTA still that. Rivals is at number 2. That's crazy. Okay, let's look out for BRs right now. Darkest Days. Is that a BR? What is Darkest Days? Warzone is still on the top there. Apex Legends is still pretty popular. Then you got Black Ops 6, which, I mean, it could be BR. But Fall Guys. Fall Guys is still killing it. Fall Guys is a battle royale, technically. Not in the traditional sense, but it's still there. There's 10,000 people watching crypto. The hell am I doing with my life? Blood Typers. What the hell is Blood Typers? Let's see here. Oh, PUBG's still killing it. Yeah, PUBG's still there. DayZ's still there. Old school Call of Duty. Interesting. Mecha Break I keep hearing things about, and Max is playing that. I gotta check that out. We got other BRs on here. Oh, Naraka Blade Point. That's still, like, I mean, it doesn't have the numbers on Twitch, but people still play that. And it's still popular. They have Bai Shiranua in there. Like, they have King of Fighters representation in there. They just had Lara Croft in there. Yeah, sad no one cares about Halo Infinite anymore. But yeah, factually, fucking... Oh yeah! Wordman, thank you in Twitch chat. Tetris and F-099 still going strong. I kind of wish Mario 35 was still around, and I kind of wish Pac-Man 99 was still around. No. But it is what it is.
They couldn't make it work, right? The whole games as a service thing, where the idea is that the game is free, but then you're going to have microtransactions that are going to support the game that are going to make it work. Do you want to know where that works? Mobile gaming. That's about it. It doesn't really translate into a full console or PC experience. Everyone who's tried it failed.
These games still have battle passes and skins and loot crates that you can still purchase if you really want to. Sure, it's not necessary, but do you know how many people are out there, like, you know, grinding away at Fortnite right now to get Sub-Zero because they put Sub-Zero in the game? And do you know how many people are going to go out and buy Scorpion? And hope to God that, like, everyone, like, meets up and they have, like, you know, a Scorpion versus Ryu fight or a Chun-Li versus Sub-Zero. This is how we get Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter legitimately. Don't give me that crap. Also, too, Minecraft has got into that. Like, you can pay for the base game, but, like, then you can pay for skins. You can pay for modes.
Latest case in point, multiverses. They tried it and they failed. These trends don't work. You know what I mean? They work for certain games for a small window, and then you're already on to the next. So instead of focusing on what everyone else around you is doing and trying to copy them, why don't you work on innovating something new so you can be the new trendsetter? But you want to know what the problem with that is? It takes creativity, it takes originality, and more importantly, and this is the big problem, it takes talent. Do you want to know the 3 things that the CEOs in charge of game companies don't have? Those 3 things. They're just a bunch of rich bitch copycats. They literally have
rich bitch copycats. Oh, I gotta love it. Oh yeah, here's one trend that has been prevalent for the last like 5 years, and he has never taken advantage of, and that is the multiplayer deduction games like Among Us, Phasmophobia, Lethal Company, I I almost said Lethal Lockdown, but Lockdown Protocol. These games are fantastic. And they're great to play with friends. But he'll never play them. Because he doesn't have any friends. He has no one he could play these games with. He tried playing Phasmophobia once. Didn't have a microphone plugged in. That's like 50% of the game.
Had everything handed to them their whole lives. They were told that they're more important and smarter than everyone else.
Just like you, Phil, you were given everything your entire life by your parents. Oh, except for the Wolverine doll. You cried and whined like a little bitch.
They get put into these positions of power, and then they find out, I actually don't have any talent. I was just handed everything, so that's why I am where I am. They didn't earn anything. They're just given everything. So now when they actually get a chance to do something, they can't because they don't have any fucking intelligence or talent. And they run these companies into the ground. And the actual talented people who are the game devs themselves suffer. They're the ones who get laid off. I want you to think about that. The hardest workers in the company, the most talented, smartest people are the ones who get hurt, while the bigwigs roll off into the fucking sunset, rich as shit.
I think he's still pissy that Twitch kicked him out of the partner program. Take a sip of yourself some water, you fucking bitch.
Okay.
I didn't hit with this in a while. Let me hit it.
Phil, you make me angry, Phil.
So, let's see here. A lot of people are hitting me with questions.
Well, you better answer a lot of people.
Though.
I gotta stop the stupid ones. You probably, yeah, Lakers, but look at one of the most successful games of the last few years, Baldur's Gate 3. Mostly single-player game with no microtransactions, but no one wants to make a game as deep with content. Yeah, Lakers, it's a multiplayer game too. You can play with friends, but again, as we established, Phil has no friends. Hello?
Lady Christmas is looking at one of the most successful games of the last
Oh,
year.
he's gonna answer.
Single player, no microtransactions. No one wants to make a game as that deep with content. I mean, they've outright said that. They've literally outright said that. Remember when Baldur's Gate 3 came out? Other game devs were coming out complaining. Oh, you shouldn't really expect every game to be like Baldur's Gate 3. That's not fair. No, actually, it is. Because they proved that if a company focuses on things like innovation, level of content, level of polish, level of quality, value for the gamer, that they can be successful. That it doesn't have to be trend chasing and copying everyone else around you and trying to cut corners to print money. Instead, you could make a good product and the product will sell.
You hated Baldur's Gate 3. You got pissy every single time because, like, it killed my business. Bitch, you made $100 a stream off of that. I think you're still pissy that because you ignored all the romance options, they just paired you up with a dude that could transform into a bear.
Which, again, is lost. How that's lost, I don't know.
Yeah, he romanced the bear. Unintentionally, because he refused to romance anyone else. It's his own fault. Oh, yeah, get that get that chew in there. I mean, I'm one to talk. I do bite my nails too, but...
True. Battleduck says, do you remember how groundbreaking Mass Effect felt like when it first came out? Indeed, I do. When I first started playing Mass Effect, I got fucking goosebumps. I'm not even kidding. I got literal goosebumps on my arm. I was like...
Because you were drunk and you had your AC cranked up to, like, 60 degrees.
This is like Star Trek. But it meeting like gaming and modern stuff. It's badass. It's funny. It's interesting. Remember when you first booted Mass Effect 1 and immediately you started seeing the alien races and you saw how deep it went when you're going through the Citadel and you're talking to each one and they're talking about their races and their backgrounds and how they interact and where their place is in the space culture, and you're like, God damn, they did a really good job with this. This is world building.
God
they
damn.
really cared about having this universe that feels real, that feels organic, that feels like something you want to learn about and get immersed in, right? How many games do you play today and you're like, wow, I'm just getting immersed, right? Really, honestly, how many games can you even get immersed in anymore? It's hard. Even games that you think they're trying. Like right now I'm playing Avowed. I'm trying to get immersed in the universe.
No, you're not. You're reading dialogue, you're listening to dialogue, you're looking at chat waiting for someone to give you money, and you're not even paying attention. You're like, ugh, this is so boring. And don't even talk about like a dragon pirate Yakuza, because you're constantly falling asleep during the dialogue scenes. You could care less about that series or the characters.
Universe, but I don't know, it's kind of hard. I don't feel like the universes are deep enough. You know what they say? It's like as deep as a puddle. It's very shallow. That's how I feel like a lot of these games are these days.
I've never heard that phrasing before, and I'm pretty sure that that's wrong. He always gets the common phrases wrong.
Where it's hard for you to sink your teeth into that game and to feel like you have a true investment of time and effort and caring, emotion. Remember when games used to evoke, like you cared about the game in the universe and you had emotion about it? Like right now, I want to take a look at the game releases coming out the rest of the year. All right?
Oh, God. Take a sec. Okay, I need to point this out because remember the reason I was watching this is because we needed to see if he was going to reply or talk about the streamer that he wailed out. Oh. He's in the chat right now. Gave her 40 gifted subs. That's Phil's money, Iron Chef. You better give it to him now.
Here we go. Monster Hunter Wilds, Split Fiction, This Weekend in Collection, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Okay, let's. I know don't go over schedule stuff there, but I need to go over the stuff he's going to talk about. We need to dissect these things one by one, and I will give you a prediction as how these playthroughs are going to go. So hang on, let me go back.
Now, the rest of the year. All right,
I gotta go
here we
1 point seed.
Monster Hunter Wilds,
He's already admitted he's not playing because he didn't make enough money on the beta.
Split Fiction,
He's not going to play it because it's a co-op only game and he doesn't have friends to play the game with. And Cat's certainly not going to play it with him because they don't play video games together.
This Weekend in Collection,
He's already admitted he wants to play it, but he won't play it because RPG overload. Again, no money.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
That one he probably will play, but I got a feeling that it will get sent to ban world due to low support. But he'll just go, oh, I just bought Ubisoft Plus and I didn't really spend money on it. That's the thing. Like he was dunking on Ubisoft earlier about, oh, they make terrible decisions. Oh, they're losing money. When he's particularly one of the reasons why is because when there's a new game out, he will get Ubisoft Plus, rush to finish the game, cancel a subscription so he doesn't have to pay it again.
Atomfall, South of Midnight.
South of Midnight, I think, is that game coming out in April for Xbox. It's the one where it's like at like stop motion animation frames per second, like 10 frames per second. Looks interesting. It's like it almost it's an action game. It's almost like a Souls-like. Could be interesting. But Phil's gonna like bite off his entire fingers because the main character is African American.
Fatal Fury City of the Wolves,
which he's already said he hated because he can't understand the mechanics and gets bodied.
Claire Obscure, Metal Eden, Doom the Dark Ages, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Claire Obscure.
Claire Obscure. I don't know what that one is.
Metal Eden, Doom
Metal Eden, don't know.
the Dark Ages.
He's already said he's not going to play Doom the Dark Ages because why does it have to be in medieval times? It's about being a space marine in space. If he does play Doom the Dark Ages, he's a fucking hypocrite. By the way, I'm hyped for Doom Dark Ages. That's day one stream for me, guys.
Onimusha 2 Remake, I guess. As Elden Ring.
Onimusha 2 Remake, I guess. Oh. Sorry, Kingdom Hearts. You usually get me banned on Twitch or on YouTube. There we go. Hack Racer.
Night Rain, Lost Soul Aside, Metal Gear Delta Snake Eater, Hell.
Oh God. Oh, please play Metal Gear Delta again. Please play Metal Gear Solid 3 again. We need another This Is How You Don't Play on a Metal Gear game. Oh, sweet Jesus. Please play that game again. Although it might not be as good because he might have chat holding his fucking hand the whole time.
Is Us, Directive 8020. That's a few. There's more, too. Okay? So I'm looking at that. And I'm like, out of all those games I just mentioned, like, right? Like, which ones would I maybe want to get immersed in? Okay?
Monster Hunters would be the perfect one to get immersed in, but you won't play it because no one gave you money during the beta.
Maybe Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I highly doubt he's going to do that.
But then you remember, oh yeah, this is modern Ubisoft. Again, it's as deep as a puddle. You know that it's going to be a shallow game, right? You know they're not really going to do much about it to make it a universe you really care about. Especially when they've selected two protagonists that are literally the most unlikely characters to be protagonists. A female ninja, of which there was probably like 4 in Japan, and a black samurai, of which there was only ever 1, and he wasn't even a truly black samurai. He was just a token guy that was pulled around by a shogun as like, hey, look at who I have in my entourage, okay? But they want to make it like they're like big heroes, and she's like, wait, what? You know, like, so are you really going to get immersed in that universe?
Is it? Oh, wait, I don't have the Bobby Hill. Oh, I can't open it. Never mind.
Atomfall, it's a maybe. like it's Fallout but kind of in Britain. Like maybe that could work, right? Salt of Midnight, I don't know. Everything I've seen looks pretty good, but again, you don't know. Claire Obscure seems like out of all the games I mentioned, maybe Claire Obscure may be the most interesting plot that you want to get like immersed in, right? But my problem is this: I just read off all these games, and literally they're all question marks, right? Is there a single game that I mentioned like, yes, that's the game? That's the one that's going to be the giant AAA release with tons of support, with great polish, with a ton of immersion. They're going to innovate. They're going
With lots of support. He's like, all these have question marks. The question mark being, will you give me money to play them? Bitch.
to blow your socks off. Can you say that about a single game that I just read off the list?
You know what? It's almost as if like the gameplay doesn't make the stream. The streamer makes the stream. You wonder why Iron Chef Sakai is wailing out the female streamer on Kick and not you? Because she's probably more entertaining. And you know what? Probably a nicer person than you. And is more appreciative of the money that comes their way. And doesn't demand more money as soon as you give it to her. Maybe that.
Today, every game is a question mark. Today, every game is a, I don't know, wait and see attitude. That's sad. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be, hey, you know, when this game or this company comes out with this game, you can trust them because they know what they're doing. They respect the gamer. They put the time, they put the effort, they do all the right things, and this game will kick your ass, right? Now it's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe, and then it comes out and it's like half-assed. It's so different now. But again, they want the games that are going to print the money for them, but they can't figure out. The problem is that it's the games, right? It's not the industry, it's not the gamer that's the problem. It's the people in charge of the games industry that have ruined it because they became greedy, because they wanted that quick buck. They didn't want to have the right people developing or in charge. Instead, they wanted to have money makers, money printers, right? That will never work in an artistic industry, okay? Never. It will never work. You need to have art first, then you make your profits. You can't say, design the profits around this product, and by the way, then have the product be a piece of art. No. That's not how it works. I don't understand how people don't get that.
I would love for him to get off his fat ass and go to a game dev and just be like, here's how I would make a game. No one would be stupid enough to ever let him make a game, but I would love for someone to like put their trust. It's like, okay, you get to make one game, go for it. And they build it to his specifications, and then they release it, and it flops. Guarantee it. He'll blame everyone else but himself. And I hope to God they all have the smart sense to kick his ass and fire him.
Electrification says, everyone's excited for GTA 6. I'm there with them. You expect any different gameplay or innovation from GTA 5? No. Yes, I do. Yes, I actually do. If you take a look at the progression of GTA over the years, all right, every generational move has added something new and different, okay? So GTA 3 and its trilogy of games was sandbox, and it added in more advanced, complex interactions with that universe through mini games and through other things with the same formula that was slightly improved with each iteration. When GTA 4 came out, to me, that game was the first game where it actually felt like you were actually in a universe. It's not just a sandbox anymore. You're actually in Liberty City or New York City, which is really what it's trying to simulate, because they...
No, really? I couldn't fucking tell by the freaking Statue of Liberty sitting out on the fucking island. Thank you for explaining that to me, Phil.
Phil, you make me angry, Phil.
Oh my God.
Improved it enough that now it felt vibrant and real, okay? In GTA 5, they took what they innovated in GTA 4 and not only added to it, but they expanded upon it, allowing you to switch between multiple characters and actually live 3 different life scenarios all at once. When you switch between Franklin, Trevor, and Michael, you actually feel like 3 completely different people in different lives.
Hey, it's on here. What's up?
Some people didn't care. I thought it was actually quite innovative to do that. Okay?
I don't know why I'm still putting myself through this, but...
I want something new. I want something refreshing and innovative in the game. I don't want it to be exactly the same. Again, I want something new and different. Now, what is that going to be? I don't know because they haven't said, right? They've been very tight-lipped about what they're doing with this game and its engines. I'm sure we're going to get more information this year. If it's really coming out this year, they're going to eventually blow this out of the water. They're going to show us something that's going to impress us, right? At least I hope. I guess we'll see. But I'm expecting something innovative. If it's just Part 2 with better pretty graphics and a new cast, I'm not going to like it. I want something innovative out of that franchise. They take too long to pump out new games for us to be waiting that long and give us more of the same. So I guess we'll see what happens with that.
I can't keep spamming injured. Stop saying I guess we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, banned.
Would I do Roadcraft chill stream if the game looks cool? Really? What is Roadcraft? Let's see.
Oh my God, he's actually using Google?
Roadcraft.
Roadcraft.
It's coming out in May. As a leader of a company who specializes in restoring sites devastated by natural disasters, use your construction machinery to restart the local industry, clear debris, faulty equipment, and rebuild roads and bridges damaged by weather.
Oh, wait. Bolin was looking into this. This looks awesome, actually. What's the name of the game again? Roadwork? But yeah, that looks kind of fun. It's kind of like, it looks more like Snow Runners, but you actually build like roads. Okay, I gotta move an asset here. The stream might crash. If not, stay tuned. Just finished watching NXT, and oh man, did I make the right decision to go to Roadblock in 2 weeks? I do know that wasn't tonight's NXT like had a lot of TNA guys. I think the Hardys were there. Moose was back. Did he have a match? Quite a bit. NXT, I don't mind if y'all spoil that for me. Yes? Okay.
I don't know.
Let's see if he brings it up on stream. If it's the game I'm thinking that they're talking about there.
I don't know, something to check out. After the wish list, maybe we play the demo at some point. You know, we did say that we were going to do an Indies night this week. Maybe we play the demo. We try it out and see if it's something that would work as a chill stream. Really, the initial reviews are not good for the demo. Well, there's no user reviews on Steam because it's not out yet. I don't know.
Let me check.
Okay.
I think that's part of next fast.
We look at it later. All right, guys, the show's going to end in just a couple minutes.
Oh, thank God.
Again, we want to hit the goal on the stream.
Oh my God.
2 to go. 2 goals to go until we unlock Lego Night. And we do that fun reward that you guys have wanted. You said, don't do DSP tries it again. You want Lego Night, right? So we're doing it for your requests. So let's get some support then. All right, let's do it. Let's get a little bit more before we end the show.
Or what? Fucking what, Phil? What are you gonna do?
Slave 0X. Look at that.
Oh shit.
What a weird game, because back in the day, I actually did play the original Slave Zero on PC.
Exit out on that.
Yeah, I played this. I played the original Slave Zero on PC back in the day. It came out in 1999, and I actually liked it. It's a mech game. When you go through these cities, you're destroying all these enemies and stuff. Back then, it was actually rated very highly. People really liked it. In the 90s. So I guess Slave Zero X is a modern game set in that universe, but now it's a side-scrolling action game with 2D graphics and pixels. Huh. It's 2D combat game. Reminds me of old school arcade games. They used to have arcade games like this all the time back in the day, right?
You mean beat 'em up? You mean to say beat 'em up, Phil?
Yeah, it's a beat 'em up with platforming. Kind of reminds me of like the actual original Ninja Gaiden. This is what the original Ninja Gaiden was like. It was a 2D action platformer, and it was an arcade game. It was very difficult. Okay. Yes, I'm keeping with my underwear every day of the week. Remember, my underwear are marked for days of the week, and I have to have the right proper.
Make sure I wear my Wednesday undies. I did it! Yay! My Wednesday undies are on! Oh wait, it's Tuesday. No, I fucked up!
Come on, Phil!
For a pair of underwear on for each day. If I don't, they don't fit right. So there you go.
Oh, these Thursday underwears are a little bit more bulgy than my Wednesday underwear. That's weird. Come on.
I've never played Gex. I know of Gex. I used to see Gex all the time, like for rental, but I never played it.
Oh, geez, I wonder why they're talking about Rex. Or, sorry, Gex. Could it be that AVGN made a Gex video? Oh, get you excited. But I watched that one. It wasn't terrible. I mean, the Gex games are pretty inoffensive as far as, like, games go, in my opinion. Not really a lot to go talk about diarrhea dick farts about. Hello, Phil?
Excuse me. All right, well, guys, I guess we'll end the show. And, jump into our big day of multiplayer. A full day of multiplayer fun here. So this should be exciting. I hope that, you guys will stick around as we're going to try to unlock all the Ninja Turtle stuff in Black Ops, all right? All right, so, folks, that is it for the show today. I hope that tomorrow, on this very show, we'll be talking about how successful today was. How a full multiplayer day worked out.
Okay. Why is it still like this?
Teammates. I don't even know how it works.
Oh, he did title this right. Okay, did he hit his goal? Yeah, he did, and already immediately begging afterwards.
And there he is, his little high chair. Oh, Daddy, look, I did the shot.
So Roadblock in 2 weeks, we're gonna get Moose versus Opafemi for the NXT title, Fraxian versus the Hardys for the TNA tag titles, and Steve Eva versus for both the NXT Women's and North American title. Really? Title for title? Okay, that was a pain in the fucking ass to get through. Let's see. Is he live yet? Yeah, he's live again there.
Tag.
That
That was great. The move didn't come out. I get that instead of tag.
Oh, is he getting his ass kicked in CVS 2? Or sorry, MVC 2?
I can't, dude. Every time he flew, I was doing a Shoryuken motion. So was he just supposed to do up flames with BB Hood, or with Trombone it was supposed to shoot the drone up there?
Making excuses of why you suck. Okay. Satya Morelli uses WWE theme tonight? Nice. Okay, that's up. Okay, so that actually was a fart and a half. The only interesting thing that happened was Phil got kind of racist. Someone told him not to do an Asian accent, and he did. They gave off mad in China, they say. That was the only thing. I'm thoroughly disappointed. That was terrible. Okay. I need to get some retro games playing now because good lord, that was painful. I have no idea where this. Oh, this Mountain Boy game looks really interesting. All right, let me flip it over to PC. Okay, again, if the stream crashes, I'm sorry. Hang tight, I'll be back. Okay. Okay, Metal Gear, I need to be quiet for a second. I'm gonna check out this trailer here for this Mountain Boy game. Oh, fuck, it's loud! I like the style of it. Hi. How are you? Those are sharp as all hell. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. You knew I was gonna say it. I'm trying to remember what the anime was where someone had a rice ball and it's like, oh, this tastes just like a rice ball and not a jelly-filled donut because this is nearly a donut or jelly-filled. Huh?
Yu-Gi-Oh! The English dub?
No. In Yu-Gi-Oh! The English dub,
Or was it Pokemon?
Tristan came to Joey's sister. They were he was taking her to Battle City to watch Joey fight because like
right.
the eye surgery was already done.
Mm-hmm.
And he shows up with bento boxes and says like, how about a hamburger or a nice cheeseburger? Like, those are bento boxes. You can't put a hamburger or cheeseburger in that. There's the infamous shot of Pokemon where a giant rice ball comes towards Ash, but they drew over it with a hoagie. It's like, God, these American kids don't know what a rice ball is. It's just put a Subway sandwich in there. Not with that attitude. Not with any attitude. Okay. Ooh, you brush your teeth. You use mouthwash. Teeth. Oh yeah, Zombieville 3D. I saw them playing the demo for that earlier. Thanks, 4Kids. This guy be Frank. Yep. All right. Bear